March has proven to be an unprecedented month for Canada's express entry system. We have seen 21,667 invitations to apply issued over the last month alone. And 21,000 of these ITAs have been issued just over the past 2 weeks alone. The largest month for express entry was back in February of 2021. At that time, IRCC issued almost 28,000 invitations that month, largely through the Canadian Experience Class program, as a means of achieving the government's ambitious target of welcoming just over 400,000 immigrants that year. Things have changed significantly since then. IRCC is back to considering candidates from all express entry programs, and with the draw sizes rising to the largest all-program draws in express entry's history, we have recently seen the CRS Cutoff fall to 481 points. This is in fact the lowest that it's been for all program draws since December of 2020. All these major developments beg the question, what exactly is going on with express entry? Well, it appears that IRCC is trying to play catch-up after a brief express entry pause over a period of about 6 weeks during this past winter holidays. But rather than speculate, it's best that we focus on the facts in front of us. Express entry draws are of course guided by Canada's Immigration Levels Plan. And if we look at the Levels Plan, we see that express entry targets will rise to almost 110,000 new immigrants landing in Canada in 2024, and then an additional 114,000 immigrants landing in 2025. And so what this means is that IRCC will need to continue to hold express entry draws regularly to achieve Canada's rising immigration targets. Remember that those who have been receiving express entry invitations in recent weeks are unlikely to complete the permanent residence landing process until 2024. And that's because in addition to the up to 60 days they have to submit their permanent residence applications to IRCC, the department also needs time to process those applications. And although express entry has a processing standard of 6 months or less, IRCC's website indicates that it in fact tends to need more time than 6 months to process and finalize express entry applications. All this stuff is super interesting, and believe it or not, the next few months are set to be even more interesting for express entry. And that's because IRCC has indicated they're looking to hold express entry targeted draws in the second quarter of this year, which would be the first time that this is ever to occur. What these draws will entail remains to be seen. However, again, if we stick to the facts, we know that based on IRCC's website and the recent consultations they had on express entry, as well as public remarks by Immigration Minister Sean Fraser and IRCC officials, we can expect the following. Express entry draws will consider a variety of factors that will depend on IRCC's view of economic goals that the department needs to pursue through express entry. And so in addition to considering factors such as one's program of eligibility as well as their CRS score, IRCC will now have the ability to consider other factors such as a candidate's occupation, their French language skills, and where they plan to live in Canada. And this is just a sample of some of the other factors IRCC may wish to consider when they go ahead with these targeted express entry draws. CanadaVisa and CIC News will continue to provide you with the latest updates on express entry and Canadian immigration. You're also invited to follow us across our social media channels, including on YouTube, and simply visit us on cicnews.com and sign up to our free newsletter so that you can get the latest express entry and other major Canadian immigration developments in your inbox every single week.